Hello, how the devil are we? Welcome to a magical, mystical, something like that of a Sunday evening. The weather is not too horrendous outside for all you guys and girls living the dream in the UK. I've heard that over in Spain they are getting some mad kind of summer. Not even a summer yet, but they're having 38 degrees, which is absolutely carnage. I can't wait to get me some of that, definitely. Hi guys, hello, evening, welcome to Tech Automotive Live on a Sunday evening, right on your telly, hopefully, or on a screen of some description. You get to talk to me, qualified vehicle technician of God knows how many years now, 17 years, straight from being a boy. So you get to talk to me on a Sunday night, and if you've got any car issues, anything you're not quite sure of, you get to ask a real life qualified technician for a bit of advice. Sounds good, right? So here we are. This is what we do. So welcome. I do keep jiffling about because it's mega hot here. I know that's counterproductive because it's just going to get hotter. So the type of thing I do is, if you can see in the background, just move my head a little bit. That's a Haldex service on a 4-wheel drive Volkswagen. That's the kind of stuff that we do. So I can advise of service intervals. I can make you aware that this is actually a thing. And if you don't clean that pump out there, your 4-wheel drive's going to shit itself. That's the kind of stuff. That is the kind of stuff I love to get involved in. So anything like that. I've seen quite a few horror stories and bits and bobs like that. So we can definitely, hopefully point you in the right direction. So, evening, Mr. Valetin Supplies Limited. How the devil are we? Hope you're all okay. Over in Suffolk. I'll be there soon. End of July, I'll be there. Evening, Mr. Cosmin. How the devil are we? Hope you're all right, mate. Hopefully your car's going well. There you go. There's a comment for Mr. Watson of Valeting Supplies .online. Thank you very much, Mike, for checking that. Appreciate it, matey. I know you've got to get off and do what you got to do. Not a problem, matey. Thank you very much for checking all the feeds are working okay and coming along. So, guys, I can let you into a little bit of behind the, I don't know, what would you call it? The goings-ons. So the Tech Automotive YouTube channel should see a banner or something there. Anyway, the YouTube channel is 1,000 watched hours away from the big monetization thing, which means I'll be able to up my game a little bit. So basically, YouTube obviously pays me $0 at the minute. And what I want to do is get past that mystical 4,000 watched hours, and then I can start reinvesting into the channel just that little bit more, because then YouTube start giving me a little bit. So I can upgrade the cameras, upgrade the bits and bobs you see, because everything you see here is paid for by my wages and such alike. So I'd love to get that mystical 1,000 hours extra now that it is, to obviously start reinvesting into the channel, and hopefully being able to come and see some of you guys at some shows and some lives and bits and bobs like that, because that's what we want to do. We want to get networking with everyone out there and meet a few people as well. So it's easy just sat on the screen here, but I'm a shy guy really, so I'd love to meet some of you, definitely. Cosmin, I have heard of Scunthorpe, mate. It's not, you're about what, 40 minutes ish, 40 minutes from me. It's Scunthorpe, matey. Yeah, everywhere has its good bits and bad bits, so it's all right. Lincolnshire's sound, mate. You'll end up talking like me soon as well. You can get rid of your Romanian accent and come over to the East Coast, mate. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. I get it. I totally get it. Auto Mechanica. What is that? I presume it's going to be a no, seeing as I've never heard of it. But enlighten me, buddy. What is Auto Mechanica? I presume it's some sort of mechanicon. So all the legendary people go to top tool spanners and whose nuts are bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah, let us know, because I've never heard of this. Why have I never heard of this? I don't know, Mr. Elliott of Els Auto Care, South Wales, mobile mechanic. if I can help people find people close to them that are fantastic techies, that he actually comes to your house and does it for you as well, then I'm gonna. So Mr. Elliott's Auto Care has got his own YouTube channel where he does bits and bobs on the stuff that he fixes daily. Go check him out. Great chap. You might not understand what he's talking about because all I can hear is sheep and green wellies when he speaks. But I think you get the gist of what he's doing. Yeah, send me some details, buddy. I'd love to know more about it at least. I'm trying to get places this year, but it's just carnage still, isn't it? It's nuts. The summer's basically right off because I've got a week in Turkey, a week in Wales, and then it's back to work. I am in Birmingham in September. That is for the Arnolds. That's a bodybuilding like Comic-Con Auto Mechanica kind of thing, but for gym nuts, obviously. That's me. So I'm going there with a good friend of mine, Mr. Scott. We're going to go up there on the Friday, and we're definitely not going to pay for any extra celebrity photos. We're going to photobomb the shit out of them. So Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be there on the Friday, which is the day we're going. So stay tuned. I might get a really good photo, and then I might get my ass kicked after, but I'll still have that photo. So stay tuned for that one, guys. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, send us the details, Elliot. I'd love to hear more about this, definitely, mate. More to the point, why have I not heard about it since? I've no idea. Oh, I wish, Mr. Valentin Supplies, I wish, Paul. That is unfortunately one of the days that my good lady wife is working. Pride of the NHS and all that, apparently. So she's doing that. I've just got your message, buddy. Auto Mechanica Birmingham. There's too many German words there, isn't there? I see all this at work. I see German stuff daily, honestly. Terrible. I'll have a read of that, buddy, when I come off here. If not this year, because summer sounds really long, doesn't it? But it's terrible. If I don't get around to people this year, next year's a definite. I'm going to book some in. So obviously I will be at some point next year down at Suffolk for Paul's shenanigans, shall we say. We've got to do some more filming, definitely. That was a banging day. And obviously for Valentin Supplies, whatever they do, I will support every which way I can. Paul's got to come up this neck of the woods at some point as well. So that might be a day we can do a bit of filming and stuff as well. So yeah, it's a bit of travelling, definitely, but it's well worth it just to meet a few people. So if I can get to some shows this year, I mean, I will be at one show. Paul can put the details in the comments because that's all he deals with that show. So if you guys wanted to come along to a car show, Paul will stick the details in the comments. I will be there in person. I know, mad, right? But I will be there supporting Paul at Valentin Supplies massively with all his endeavours. So if you want to come and meet me and you ain't far away from Suffolk, that would be the weekend for you. I believe it is a Sunday. Yeah, the car event's a Sunday. I won't be hanging around late, sort of in the evening, because I fly to Turkey the following day. So interesting. Northampton might be Sheffield Doncaster by December. Well, Donny's not far away. If you can't hear my accent, that is the accent, Donny. So that ain't far from me either, buddy. That's probably about a similar distance to Scunthorpe, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that won't be far. 31st of July is what I've got in my book as well, mate, because I will be flying to Turkey on the 1st of August. So, and my birthday's on the 9th. Unfortunately, we fly back from Turkey on the 9th. So we're happy birthday to me flying in from Dalaman Airport into East Midlands. Hopefully that's a smooth transition. The last time we landed in East Midlands definitely wasn't. That was when we had the really bad storms. I can't remember what we're on now. Storm Zebra or something. And the captain flew us in sideways because the crosswinds were just nuts. Anyway, interesting. I want to say you've got to try it, but it's not really a thing you try, is it? It kind of just happens. So it was good fun, as well as the wife and the son being absolutely terrified. But yeah, you're either going to land or you're not. That's the long and short of it. So, guys, fire in your comments. What we got going on this summer? What are you guys up to this summer? I'm always interested to hear and see. Look at this. Hey, I'm like I had a new hairdo back there and a lot of beard. So, yeah, how's your summer's planning out? What you planning on doing? Are you going to any car shows? I'm hearing loads about them, and why I'm not hearing about them sort of any time sooner than about the weekend before, God only knows. Life's really, really busy at the minute. The wife's even working now, which is nuts. But hey ho, NHS workers, they will do what they can, I presume. The GTI Cup has made an appearance this evening. I've been snapped on for a bit, but no, GTI. So I don't think I've got any mad jobs carried over into tomorrow. I think I polished them all off. Friday, I've not been at work this weekend. Some interesting ones. Elliot, you're meeting up with Rock, RH and Baz and the Cosy King at the end of the month. Where are you meeting up with me? Don't tell me Wales. How broke is broke. Definitely. I'm over your neck of the woods in August. But I ain't close to Bridgend, I don't think. I can't tell you where I'm going to be because I can't pronounce it. The wife might know. Where are we going? Where? Wales. You go to Manchester. Yeah, see, that's still the wrong side of the country. The wrong side of the country, Mr. Elliot. Need to be over to the East Coast, none of this West Coast shite. Manchester. Like I say, I'll be in Birmingham in September, which is the wrong side of the country massively. So me and Scott will be making that a bloody well long journey to get there. I think we go up to Birmingham to get to Wales. I think we're not far away. Is it Shrewsbury? Could be Shrewsbury. That sounds familiar. Traffic shit there anyway. So either way, yeah, all good fun. Love a bit of driving. Hopefully the fuel prices are going to tumble. That'd be nice, massively. I don't think you are. Sorry, Elliot. I'll be honest. I don't think you are. Shrewsbury. That's definitely not a place. Yeah. Cut through the north. Exactly that, buddy. Exactly that. I think the last time I went to Wales, we ended up on some mega farm tracks and pigeon behind me. Mega farm tracks, and you couldn't go any more than about 20 miles an hour. It took me absolutely hours to get there. But the kids took it like champs, really. What's Baz's town? What's Baz's town, buddy? I couldn't tell you. I can't even pronounce some of the places that we end up going through. Not at all. So, just throwing this out there, guys. This is the penultimate live for this side of summer. We usually have a break over summer. So, next week is the last live until, I think, September time. So, get your questions in. Have a bit of banter next week. And this week, of course. And, yeah, so next week, last live for a couple of months while we have a bit of a summer break. I'll let you all build all your questions up and all that jazz. Get some of the car shows out of the way, get some of the holidays out of the way, and go from there. So, yeah, it should be good. Just outside Wrexham. Okay. Couldn't tell you if I go anywhere near it. I'd have to look on a map. I can't pronounce where we're going either. I said Lanny Bidder last time, and he took the piss out of me. No, he's Welsh, isn't he? So he all that shit. Chuck your comments in, guys. There you go. So it is Valet Supplies. The day event is on July the 31st in Keddington, Suffolk. So if any of you guys are there or near there, Keddington in Suffolk, on the 31st of July, I will be there for the whole day. And so come along, because Paul's got a stand there as well, so you can buy some stuff. Some of your valeting supplies, literally valeting supplies. And come and have a chat with Paul. Come and have a chat with me. I believe Darren, the Hairy Housewife's going to be there as well. Come and have a chat with him. Hopefully should be very, very good weather. There'll be loads more to see and do there as well, not just valeting stuff. Yeah, come along. Come and meet us, all of us, and have a cracking day as well. So yeah, do it. You got to do it. Keddington. Do. Quiet tonight, guys. What's going on? Hopefully everyone's enjoying the weather at least. It is baking hot out here. Baking hot. Lanny bitter. Lanny bitter. It is warm. It is warm, kids. Warm. All three of us will be there. Rob and the Hairy Housewife have a show challenge. Can they do it? So there is a challenge for me and Darren to do at the show. So it's not just going to be us selling stuff and chatting. We've got stuff to do, guys. We have got stuff to do. So come along. Come and support the cause. Come and support us. And also, just come and get involved. It's not every day. You can come get involved with some YouTubers and some business owners, have a cracking day, have a bit of food, enjoy it, good weather, and that's it. That's exactly why we do what we do, to put smiles on your guys' faces out there. So spread the word. Keddington, 31st of July. That is down in Suffolk, so that is what's about 2.5 hours away from me. But it's going to be a belter of a day, guys, and it's going to be a Sunday as well. So let's do it. Let's all meet, have a crack, see what the challenge is, and then go from there. Be good. It will be good. Dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. Ah. Dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. Ah. Don't know where that song's come from. It's stuck in my head. All good fun. Oh dear. Who's got work tomorrow? Stick your hand up. Definitely not looking forward to it at all, because it's Monday. No one likes Mondays. Well, there is a bank holiday coming up, guys. I'm not at work Wednesday. I've got to do my first day refresher, so I can save lives as well. Yeah, could be fun. Should we see what it's like seeing myself on the TV? It's dead strange seeing this happen. We can do it live. There you go. There we go. That's going to be weird, seeing me on a screen. See, that's the time delay. That is massive. Absolutely huge time delay. Don't know why. Do not know why at all. But that is me and what you're seeing, I think. So yeah, not off-putting at all. Send us in your comments, guys. I'm going to put Paul's ticker across the bottom. Should you want to buy anything, valeting supplies and why? So anything from polishers to polishes to all your products, detailing brushes, detailing hats, detailing air fresheners. I've got a couple here, lovely fragrances just here. Don't ask me why I keep them next to my cameras and all that, but to be fair, you cannot go wrong with these. You've got tobacco, vanilla, and a citrus one. Both smell fantastic. So Paul sells them. They're a definite add-on to anything you want to buy. So if you are doing a load of interior cleaning, chuck one of them in your basket as well. Paul will facilitate. And yeah, Paul will facilitate in making your car smell immense. Now, Paul, seeing as you say this, I have actually got one coming up. I got approached by a company in America. I don't know where they got my details from. I'm not going to complain. So it's a company in America called Avalon King. Interesting. If you've not heard of them, they're quite big in the States, but they are trying to break into Europe and the UK, massively the UK. And they are big into their ceramics, I've never tried a ceramic before, ever. So this could be interesting. Now they're sending me a ceramic kit for sort of like your, I don't know, beginner detailers / your weekend warriors, anything like that. They're sending me a kit to do a ceramic coating on my car. Now they are sending me it for free. So it's going to be a totally sponsored little video that I do. I was going to try and get hold of a panel of some description and do it on that. But I think going all balls out, first time I've ever done it, I'm going to do it on my car. So it's okay to do outside. I have got to read all the instructions and bits and bobs like that when it arrives. So that could be interesting. So if you haven't checked them out, Avalon King, have a look at them. American company. They are from Wyoming in America. And the chap I've been talking to seems very keen. So we'll see what happens there. I've never ceramic a car, so it could be an utter balls up, or it could be something fun. Who knows? Also, I've got an unboxing to do, guys. So I've ordered a mystery box from Mr. Watson at Valentine Supplies online website. Underneath the chin, if you want to go and visit. But he does mystery boxes as well, so it's totally in Paul's hands. I've bought a mystery box off him. Should come tomorrow. Should arrive tomorrow. So I want to do an unboxing for you guys, just to show you what Paul does and what he supplies is one of these mystery boxes. So fingers crossed it arrives tomorrow. So then I can jump on, do a video, hopefully Tuesday evening. Maybe Tuesday evening. I'll do it Tuesday evening, unbox it all for you, show you exactly what Paul sends in one of his mystery boxes, and go from there. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. I'm going to do a video for that one. It'll be on here, and there'll be a couple of bits on TikTok as well. I might even do 2 videos, one for here, one for TikTok. But it'll come, so it'll be an unboxing directly from Paul, hoping to arrive tomorrow. So excited for that, definitely. Can't wait. So hopefully that comes in the post tomorrow. Evening, Mr. Osborne. How the devil are we? Are you all right? Just talking about the West Coast as well. And you just popped up like a hero that you are. Hello, Facebook user. If you want, just let me know in the comments who you are. If not, you can, one sec, if I pop this up, if you follow that website below, Facebook users, go to StreamYard and just give them permission to show me who you are. That just makes life easier. And we can do a quick segment on that one at the bottom as well. The Be Waxy that I was on about a couple of weeks, might have been a couple of weeks ago, last week, did sell out. Thank you very much for everyone that bought. There is a Just Giving page on Darren's The Hairy Housewife YouTube channel on his video for the Be Waxy. There's a Just Giving page as well if you do want to donate to the NICU of Cambridge, looking after little poorly babies. Fantastic cause. He's made it into the local newspaper, and we've all got our products. I think mine's somewhere on here. I need to actually put it in a safe place because I know my child's going to just abuse it when he finds it. So I need to put it in a safe place. Don't know why, Mr. Vaughan, but nice to see you here, buddy. I think what happens is every time Facebook do a security update or something daft like that, totally behind the scenes, you're never going to know. It chucks you off and you've got to give them permission again. I don't know why. Facebook is the worst part of using a third-party streaming app, because usually I'll get a 24-hour ban nearly every week for using copyright music at the beginning. It's not copyright. I've paid for the license to use it. They just get excited. So the Facebook police are all over this. So I presume at some point they will make third-party streaming apps not compatible to live. So I'm trying to build the audience on the YouTube channel so you guys don't miss out on all weird and wonderful things. But it's nice to see you here, Mr. Vaughan. Good to see you here, buddy. Always nice to see a regular. Now, what I have been doing this week as well, well, not just this week, actually, a couple of times now, I've had a subscriber either email me or message me on one of the videos saying, look, I've got this issue. You've not quite done a video about it, or I need something else explaining on it. Is there anything you can do? And to be fair, what I do is I will create a little video bespoke to yourself showing that issue or whatever you're struggling with, me actually doing it. Now, I did one last week on a glow plug for a diesel engine, for the 2-litre diesel, for a subscriber of mine who wasn't 100% sure what he should be looking at. Whether he was going to change them or not, I don't know. But I wanted to show what he should be looking for, what he needs to look for, and how to get to that point. Just a little video like that. I think it was only 3 minutes long, but it sorted him right out. He knew what he needed to do. Happy customer, happy chappy, love it. So that was fantastic to actually get to help someone in that way. It's sometimes difficult not being physically there to show you, but yeah, I've done these little videos for people and they are seeming to help massively, which is the aim of the game. It's exactly what I want to do. The VRS is having a hiccup. 80k. The O2 sensor is disintegrated. I presume you're having an EML light, engine light, or something along the lines to tell you that the oxygen sensor or lambda sensor is about ready to shit yourself, matey. Evening, Mr. Codlin. How the devil are we? Hopefully you're all right. I'm catching up with everyone as and when I can, when you jump on the live. I know football's been on today. I'm not really asked about the results, to be honest. I'm a Man United fan. Just. Yeah, that's about it. I've not seen them, been to see them for years. I couldn't tell you half the players. So I wouldn't really say I was a football fan, if I'm being totally honest with you. It's just I've got so much to do during everything else. Yeah, I don't have time. If I can, I'll watch match of the day. But you know what kids are like. They never let you watch the telly. It has to be CBeebies and stuff like that. So EML light came on. Been reset, came on again. Managed to get the part 61 quid. I'm fitting in Monday. Just make sure that in an ideal fashion, matey, you should really reset adaptions on lambda sensors. Otherwise, it's still going to be adapted to the old one. So it may spaz out for a second. It may not work too well. It's a difficult one. Is it a genuine part, buddy, or is it an aftermarket one? Yeah, like I say, Paul, I'm barely a Man United fan. I just ain't got time. I just haven't got time, buddy. If I could, I probably would go and see more of them. You know how it is, mate. It's just no time. No time at all. Fantastic news, Mr. Codlin. I'm glad you're all right. Hopefully you're enjoying this fantastic weather. And yeah, just being able to have a bit of freedom, really. Any holidays planned this year? Anything you got coming up? Out like that. I've got a week in Turkey. So sound. I'm well looking forward to that. I'm sure the wife is as well. It's the first time we are taking my 2 daughters on an airplane. So that's either going to go really, really well or down like a lead balloon. We shall see. It's a genuine Bosch part and it was plugged in and reset. Epic. Awesome, mate. As long as, well, you know what you're doing. So yeah, you've got it nailed. I've seen, to be fair, I dealt with a car yesterday. And I'm not, this isn't anything to do with you, by the way, at all. Some customers like to supply their own parts. I'm yet to know why. Maybe they don't trust the garage. Maybe they think they're getting a better discount than the garage. Sometimes they are. There's one particular massive parts company that seem to give better discount to everyone on the internet, and they don't actually look after the garages that they have accounts with. Think of that what you will. But customer supply parts is the biggest pain in my arse ever because they're never the right size. They never fit. They're crap. You only get half the bits. And it just makes a 10-20 minute job turn out into a massive ordeal. It's not needed. So I took the executive decision yesterday to any of my side jobs. I will now not be fitting customer supply parts. I know the implications are huge, but I won't be fitting customer supply parts. If it's not supplied by me, it won't be getting fitted by me because it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Time is money, as you guys well know out there. It's just an arse ache for no particular reason. So I won't be fitting customer supply parts. That's the one, Mr. Vaughan, the discount website. You know the one. Managed to get yours cheaper through Parts at Work. Gave him engine code. Yeah, to be fair, buddy, sometimes you don't even need the engine code. You could go Mark III Octavia for quite a few things and still get the right Lambda sensor because a lot of them share parts. I mean, you're looking across that Volkswagen, Audi, even Seat, they're all running off the same part numbers. Just might have a different letter at the end or the beginning. But yeah, most of the time, mate, a good parts person can find you the bit that you need pretty easily and obviously sort you out at a decent price. Yeah, parts guys are all right. Parts guys are all right. I speak to my parts department at my place quite a lot. So yeah, I try and retain as much knowledge they pass on about parts as I possibly can. Just because it helps people. Like I'm sat here talking to you guys now, it helps you massively. If you're not in the dealer network, just sort of get your head around a few things. You know it, mate. Yeah, Mark III Cooper engine. They're massive. They're everywhere. Honestly, they are. So yeah, quite a lot of shared parts, matey, across the brands. I mean, even some of the brands you don't really hear of have still got the same Volkswagen sensors fitted to them. Mr. Codlin, when does the DSG oil need changing? I've been advised it's ready for changing with the car being 4 years old. It's only done 27k. Right, so Haldex, which is your four-wheel drive diff, is a time-based service of 3 years. Your DSG, however, is a mileage-based service of 40k or 80k, depending on which box you've got fitted. So you don't need to change it on a time interval. So 40,000 miles or 80,000 miles, buddy. I would have to check with your gearbox code just to make sure, because I'm not 100% sure what box is fitted in your car. Because some of them are wet clutch, some of them are dry clutch, some of them are 6-speed, some of them are 7-speed. Honestly, it depends. But yeah, you're looking 40Ks for the older versions. Or I say older, not too old. And then I think anything from 2020 started to use the dry clutch. So they've gone to an 80,000 mile time interval for, 80,000 mile mileage interval for the gearbox service. So no, your car's nowhere near the mileage it needs to be, matey, to have a DSG oil change, honestly. 40k. To be fair, I wouldn't take a gearbox up to 80k without an oil change. So if you stick to the schedule of every 40,000 miles, mate, you won't go far wrong with that. Over servicing's a lot better than under servicing, especially with the DSG gearboxes. They are massively temperamental. 100%. And it's cheaper. It's cheaper to not have it done before it's done, before it's due, sorry. So obviously, mileage-wise, you're miles off. So, yeah, save your money, buddy. Save your money. I've seen some right horror stories with DSG changes. Definitely. One I saw was a local taxi firm that did their own work, and they did a DSG change on a Superb it was. And they didn't put DSG oil in it. They put regular red ATF oil in it. And it did not go down well at all. You cannot use regular ATF oil in a Volkswagen Group DSG gearbox. Can't do it. Doesn't like it. You won't be selecting gears. You'll be destroying clutch forks. You'll be destroying all the valves and everything that it uses to go. And yeah, always use proper Haldex oil. Regardless of whether it's genuine Haldex oil or another company's doing their own Haldex DSG, or another company's doing their own DSG oil, make sure it's not normal ATF. It won't work. I would have to check, but again, it doesn't matter what engine you've got fitted. You can have a different gearbox, depending on what your gearbox code is, depending on what it needs. If it's manual, there's no service schedule on a manual gearbox. Do it when you want. Customer preference. And on the DSG, so my red Octavia, that was a 6-speed DSG. That was every 40,000 miles. But my grey one is a manual. So, yeah, there's no service schedule on the manual. It's a bit weird, isn't it? See, I would, but I mean, if you really wanted to on a manual, you could use the DSG service schedule as a manual one. Every competent garage will be able to change your oil in both manual and DSG. So 40k if you want to use that as a benchmark, and then service all your gearboxes at 40k. What I would say is sealed unit, it's never normally the case. You are able to drop oil in 95% of Volkswagen gearboxes. They say oil for life, but there's a lot of T's and C's to that life. Their life sort of ends at 10 years and 100,000 miles, which they don't tell you in the blueprint or in the small print. So oil for life ain't for life at all. Some of them even 60,000 miles, which is at the end of your warranty. That's life. It's madness. I know, it's madness. You won't get told that at all. You'll probably find it out on forums, bits and bobs like that. So, like I say, over-servicing is massively better for everything than under-servicing. I've seen cars, gearboxes get serviced at 100,000 miles, and the oil's coming out like jelly. So, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it at all. It's going to cost, for what it costs you to have an oil change, it's triple, 4 times, 5 times, maybe 10 times that to replace your gearbox. And we replaced a 4-wheel drive DSG gearbox a couple of weeks ago, and it was £10,000 for the gearbox itself. And that was in a Golf R. It'd taken the car to a very reputable remapper / tuning company. And for whatever reason, they put a 4-wheel drive car on a 2-wheel drive rolling road. Can you see what's coming? 4-wheel drive kicked in, it wrapped the diff up, and bang, that cost him £10,000 plus labour. Don't know what avenue he's taking to actually get his money back, because he definitely shouldn't be paying for that if the tuning company's put a 4-wheel drive car on a 2-wheel drive rolling road. Mine's not got enough power to need a DSG. 223 horse, 496 foot-pounds, so it isn't warranted. See, I've been toying with the idea of a cheeky map on mine, you know. It's a standard 150 horse, or 147 if you want to be particular. And you can get it up to 193 or 194 just on software. I think I'm tempted. I am tempted. And the garage that does it is a very, very knowledgeable chap. So I'm very, very tempted to have a little bit of software put on my car. Not now. Obviously, when finances permit. To just see how it goes, to be fair, because what you got to lose, really? What you got to lose? Yeah, exactly what I said, Mr. Codlin. The gearbox, or the diff, sorry, obviously it's all part of it, wrapped itself a new one. The car would drive in a straight line. As soon as you turn that steering wheel even slightly, that was it. It was jumping around. The back end was trying to chuck itself off the road. We couldn't test it any. I think we moved it from the car park, or moved in a straight line, found out that it wasn't turning, and then just got the skids on it and just pushed it in, because that was going to cause more issues. Obviously, we didn't know the back story. They didn't tell us anything until we tried to move it forward, and it wouldn't. So, yeah, we got the skids out, chucked it on a ramp, disconnected the prop shaft, and found out exactly what had happened, and then got the full story. And, yeah, tallies up, really. But in my opinion, not affiliated with anyone else, this is solely my opinion, that company should be paying for the whole repair, including recovery, because that wasn't the guy's fault. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Exactly. See, I wouldn't normally remap a car, but I wouldn't normally have a car that this long that I've got now. The wife's categorically told me I can't have a new car, which is fine. I get that. So, like you, 150 horse gets a bit boring, and you think, let's instead of a new car, let's do something that is massively cheap on every scale possible to make it like a new car again. See, British loophole. The wife can hear exactly what I'm saying as well, so she can hear me. She can't hear me, which is even better. So yeah, definitely getting a new car. I'm going to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on getting a new car because I can. I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm on your side massively, Rob, with doing that to completely change the car. Like I said, 150 horse is fine. It's fine. It does what it needs to do. But I want a bit more, something about it, a bit more fun. Change it a little bit just to sort of feel like a new car is where I'm going with that. Wish I had a manual now with all these stories I keep hearing about DSGs. Oh, honestly, mate, don't panic at all. DSGs are a phenomenal gearbox. Absolutely phenomenal. But on the flip side, if they're not treated very well, they can upset you massively. I only ever see broken ones when it's come down to either massive abuse or bad servicing. I don't very often tend to see them if they're well maintained. So we'll have a car in, it'll have its DSG done every 40k without a fail, and you don't see them. You don't see them for any gearbox faults at all. It'd be the fleet companies that reckon they can get 120,000 miles out of one, not even servicing your DSG. I wonder why the gearbox shits itself and they've got to pay 10 grand for a new gearbox, and then they're crying, going, "Oh, we want help, we want goodwill, we should be warranted and all that." It's absolutely not. You've got to have your car serviced at the right time, using the right parts. Otherwise, you can kiss your warranty goodbye and any kind of help you may or may not get from the brand, because it's just abuse. That's all that is. It's pure abuse. So honestly, if you keep up with your service schedules, fine. All gearboxes are very much equal. The Volkswagen DSG box is a manual box with the DSG bit strapped to it, so the box isn't any weaker. The only things that usually tend to fail if they're going to is a mechatronics unit, which is all the gubbins that actually changes your gears for you. That's it. That's it. It's usually the mechatronics unit that will fail. If anything's going to fail. But yeah, don't honestly, don't panic. Manuals have similar problems. Manuals, you'll get gear linkage wear, you'll get clutch wear, you'll get cars that are bulking up, so the dog teeth and the bolt rings and that are wearing inside them because people can't change gear properly. Honestly, it's easier to fix a DSG box than it is a manual, massively. Yeah, totally, Ross. Totally. Bottom line, look after your car, you'll have minimal issues. 5 years, 80k. All it's had is normal servicing, 2 wheel bearings and an O2 sensor. So your wheel bearings, as you're well aware, they're going to shit themselves. Nothing you can do about it. They're a rotating thing. They rotate at God knows what speed. And they do take some shit off the roads. And the roads aren't the best at the minute, I've granted, totally. So they do take a lot of grief. So to be fair, you could probably class that as a wear and tear. And your O2 sensor, if you've got 80k out of one O2 sensor, mate, you're definitely doing something right. Totally. All my advice would be to anyone that owns a car is, if it's a diesel, make sure it's doing its passive regenerations, make sure it's completing its passive regenerations. The last thing you want is a block DPF. That's a couple of grand right there. Take it on a run. Totally appreciate that fuel is costing a lot at the minute, but it's cheaper than having to replace your DPF because you're trying to save a couple of quid on miles and bits and bobs. Like, honestly, I've had this conversation lots and lots of times. If you've got a DSG, I know it's £1.70, £1.80, £1.90 a litre of fuel, but it's a £3,000 DPF should it shit itself. I know, swings and roundabouts, I get it, but honestly, just drive your cars, guys. Just drive your cars. If you're going to leave it parked up on your driveway at home, expect issues. Expect issues. It's the lesser of two evils, taking it down the road for an extra 10 miles or so every so often. Don't even have to do it every day. once a week, if that. Just take it for a good blast, get it nice and hot. Petrol or diesel, obviously it's going to benefit a diesel more to keep that DPF unblocked and nice and clear. Take all of you, take your cars for a good drive once a week. No bother at all. And keep up with your servicing. You'll find your car will love you a long time. It will last a long time. And it's going to save you money in the long run. It's going to save you money in the long run. So totally, guys, 100%. I love sitting here and hopefully helping you guys out there just to understand a little bit of the background of your car, why it does what it does, what you should be looking out for, and hopefully sort of steering you on. It's more of an education thing, and obviously I see it daily, and I'd rather not see your guys' cars breaking out there. I'd rather give you the help and information that I see on a daily basis. The brands are putting out there, you guys might not get to see straight away. That's going to help you massively. So you're like me, Rob. You get one passive regen a week. I do. Give it a good blowout. And no speed limits are broken. Absolutely grade A response. I know what you mean. Same. No speed limit. 70 mile an hour on a dual carriageway is the absolute maximum my car goes. I got you, mate. I know. Honestly, guys, take them for a blast. You'll enjoy it. You'll chill out a little bit. If you love us driving as much as I do, it's going to help you massively as well. Just calm down and relax and know your car's going to look after you as well. I ran out of brew. What's that about, guys? The wife's at work, so I fend for myself. I love it. I do apologise for wiggling in front of the camera there, guys. I'm sat on a chair and it ain't the comfiest at all. Which is exactly what I was on about at the beginning of the live. I'm just going to try and my hardest to produce some content that's going to get me the 1,000 hours that's still remaining before I can monetize the channel. And yeah, that's the goal. I'm going to do obviously whatever I can to entertain you guys, give you some cracking knowledge, and gain them 1,000 hours, so I can put back into the channel everything, and obviously upgrade, do a lot more, and show you a lot more. So that's the plan. 140 in 5th in Mexico. Yeah, why not? It's a speed limit somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, totally agree. It just yeah, everyone's got a friend with a bit of off-road private land. I know what you mean, buddy. Totally. Well, you got to do what you got to do, aren't you? Not condoning speeding, not at all. But yeah, we've got to do what you got to do. We like looking after our cars and obviously driving them. So yeah, no speed limits are ever broken. Any of you guys out there seeing the PPFs yet? That's a weird old situation. Petrol particulate filters. They're here. If you've not heard about them yet, they're definitely here. One careful lady owner never raced or rallied. Yeah, totally. Did you? There was an old advert. It was a Mark III Golf. I'm sure it was a Mark III or Mark IV. And it was literally showing that. It was showing that this guy had come to this old woman's house to have a look at this red Golf. And it was obviously the careful lady owner never raced or rallied. And then it shows you a couple of her sort of thoughts. And she'd obviously been taking it off-road. She'd been jumping through streets and all sorts of stuff. And this dad was checking it over for his son, and he was giving it the thumbs up, saying, yeah, it's going to be a brilliant car, this one lady owner. She's absolutely smashed it off everything possible. Cracking advert. If you haven't seen it, get on YouTube and have a look. Because, yeah, that's a brilliant... It's a Golf advert. Fantastic advert. They did that really well. They're here, mate. PPFs are here. Government, again, strangling whatever they can out of brands to meet these emissions targets. But PPFs are sadly here, guys. There's another kick in the balls, if you like, to the motor trade. But yeah, petrol particulate filters are here. Not had any issues with them yet. They seem to be behaving themselves. They respond better than diesels to everything. But as soon as anything goes wrong on them, guys, you out there will be the first to know. But unfortunately, they are here. Yeah, they are here. So you ain't getting away from it. If you think you're buying a petrol now to get away from the DPF and all that, you ain't. Not at all. Not at all. Sorry if I burst a bubble on anyone there, but they've got you. They've got you there as well, guys. It's just, I don't know. For me, the infrastructure is not there for the electric cars. I get it. They're fun. I've driven a few. They are fun. They're a twat to work on. But I don't think there's enough charging stations and enough help for people buying them. As I know, some brands, it's not particularly Volkswagen, you finance the batteries as a separate package to the car. Sounds good. Gets expensive. Yeah, you do get batteries replaced, obviously under this finance thing, as part of it. But it's 2 finance agreements, one for the car, one for the batteries. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think that's awful of the brand for doing that. It's not a Volkswagen thing, as yet. Not that I know of. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on them kind of deals, guys. Obviously I don't get too much involved in the sales of cars, but that for me is a red flag right there. Charging you separately for batteries, and I believe some of the government incentives and all are being pulled back, so you get less. You used to get quite a chunky sort of like cash back and incentives to buy an electric car. They're sort of holding back on them quite a bit now. Obviously, you can't get brand new cars as much at the minute. That will hopefully rectify itself in the very, very near future. We are at Volkswagen getting some new cars through now. They are slowly trickling in. But obviously, there's a huge backlog of everyone placing orders. And obviously, the semiconductors that haven't quite been there to produce these cars. They're coming, guys. They're coming. Everything's going to take time. Huge waiting list for any kind of brand new car. So it's going to affect massively people on finance agreements, people who need a new car, people on lease, Motability, anyone like that. It's going to affect you. So they are bringing in little things that are going to help you if you are on a PCP agreement, Motability lease, where you can lease the car for another year. And I'm not 100% sure if they reduce the payments or you get a little something extra. Not sure, but you can extend lease and PCP and that for now. I don't know how long that's going to last. Maybe when the backlog is starting is clear, they will pull that. But then again, you can buy a new car then. Win-win. Some people do, some people don't. I mean, it is a bit Marmite, really. Some people love them. They just don't. I'm not on that page. I don't like them. I just don't find the fascination. That's all. Yeah, I agree massively with his statement. Electric is fantastic. So quick off the line. They're just very hard to regulate power. And there's no like hearing an engine and just knowing for all the years that you guys have been driving out there, you know when you need to change gear. You know when there's something up your engine. You know when there's something up your gearbox. For an electric car, you don't hear anything. I mean, you can put a sound on for Volkswagens. You can press a button and you can turn on an outdoor speaker. And it's supposed to sound like an engine. Now, honestly, guys out there, it doesn't. It sounds like, if you've ever watched the Jetsons as a kid, or I think it was Nickelodeon or something daft like that, it sounds like one of them old school electric cars. Wow, just honestly, it's painful. They sound awful. So that's my stand on them, guys. I know it's totally an opinion. I'm not affiliated with anyone. That's just how I see them, and I see them quite often. There's no limit to bash, so you're not getting your pops, your bangs, you're going nuts. You're not getting any of that. You are purely getting electric cars. It's just not for me. It's not for me. People love engines, guys. People love them. There's no better than not rocking up to a petrol station, having to get a fucking electric charger and banging it in your car and waiting 3 hours, than going up to a petrol pump, pay you 180, 190 a litre, but you're off. 10 minutes, you're off. It's going to take a lot to convert me. It's going to take a lot. The thing with electric cars, what happens to the batteries when they come to the end of their life? I've heard some manufacturers they only last 10 years. Yeah. It's costing more to produce these batteries and a hell of a lot more to get rid of them than it would be just to use diesel. And how are you getting that electric in the car in the first place? Is it coal? Nuclear? Fossil fuels? Are we still burning fossil fuels to power them big substations? For me, I think they're robbing Peter to pay Paul there, because it ain't any friendlier to have an electric car. You still got coal burning power stations. Okay. and to honestly, to bring another bit of fun to this, I have had a broken down electric car. This is a genuine story, and the AA come out to broken down electric cars, and they bring a diesel generator to charge your car, to get you to a charge port, right? So they bring a diesel generator, plug your car into this diesel generator. Mind blown, honestly. You're charging your car on a diesel generator, and they honestly, we're expected to believe that this is better. I can't do it, guys. I am sorry. You're not convinced, you'll stick with petrol. What I would, my advice to you was, honestly, drive one. Even if you just rent one for a week, drive one. I think you'll be surprised. I mean, everyone's different, totally, but I think you'll be surprised. Yeah, Rob, it is. It's mind. Honestly, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, mate. They really are. It's painful, isn't it? You ain't these eco warriors and their electric cars. Just because you're physically not chucking diesel into your car or petrol, still coming from the ground, just in a different form. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Mine's not made up, not yet. Getting rid of them lithium batteries. Wow, that's a process and a half as well, and that ain't environmentally friendly in the slightest. So yeah, I'll make your own minds up out there, guys. Like I say though, if you've not driven one and you're not totally convinced, have a bash, have a cracking one. It might be the best thing you've ever had. It might not. Honestly, everyone's got their own opinion. So yeah, that's mine. Right, guys, we're at that hour-long mark. It's been fantastic having you guys here, talking cars, talking what we do best. Fantastic having you guys here. Phenomenal week coming up. Honestly, if you guys need to put anything on the Facebook groups, anything on my YouTube channel, please do. I'll always respond if you need a little video making just to show you something. Again, I will always respond as best and as quick as I can. So thank you very much for coming along. Massively appreciate you guys being here tonight. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you for the final live before the summer next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Take care, guys. Bye.